The name of this topic is verbs, past tense and past participles. But before that, we have to know what is verb. Verb is a word that shows action, any sort of action. That means this is a doing word. This is a doing word. Whatever you do, all the things are called verb. Like now I'm speaking. Speaking is a verb. Speaking, watching, listening, talking, all the things. Writing, sleeping, sitting, all the things are verbs. So these verbs have different forms: present form, past form and participle. In the box we can see in the bold letter present tense, past tense and past participle. Let's see what are the present tense verb. What are the verbs in present tense? Verbs in present tense we see buy, kneel, mow, sow, spring, swear, swell, trade, wind. These are the verbs in present form. That means present tense. So these present form of verb have the past tense and past participle forms. Buy. What is the past form of this present form buy? Buy will be bought. Past participle will be bought. Kneel. Kneel will be knelt, knelt. Mow. Mowed, mown. Sow. Sowed, sown. Sow. Sowed, soon. Spring, sprang, sprung. So like that, you have to do all the verbs. So we are doing verbs in different forms. The first one is that present form, second one is that past form, and the third one is that past participle form. Remember that a past participle needs an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary means a helping word. The past participle, that means the third form of the verb, past participle form. This past participle form needs an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb means a helping word. Example, the patient's arm had swollen during the night. The word had helps the participle swollen. Many vintage cars and motorcycles have been bought by the museum. The words have been help the participle bought. So what are the other participles? Let's see some other participles. Auxiliary verbs. These are also called helping verbs. So we are telling some verbs. All of these are called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. At first, to be verb. To be verb is that am, is, are, was, were. These are auxiliary verbs. Be verb. Be, been, being. They are also called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Have verb. Have, has, had. Have been, has been, had been. They are also called auxiliary verb, helping verb. Modal verb. Shall, should, may, might, can, could, will, would, ought to. All of these verbs are called auxiliary or helping verbs. Let's do some examples. Number 1. Kevin dashed the alarm clock this evening. Kevin. We don't have any auxiliary verb here, auxiliary or helping verb here. So, wind. Wind will be owned. W-O-U-N-D, owned. Number 2. The woodman rested when he had dash all the wood. So, we already found a helping verb, had, H-A-D, had. So as we found had, so we can use here past participle form of sow. So what is the past participle of sow? Sow, that will be sown, S-A-W-N, sown. Number 3, Bryony dashed the skirt by land. In number 3, we don't have any auxiliary verb, so that will be past form. Past form will be sewed, S-E-W-E-D. Number 4, Robert dashed both loans yesterday. We don't have any auxiliary verb in number 4. That's why that will be past form. That will be mode. M-O-W-E-D, mode. Number 5, Birungi feared that her kitten would be dash on, would be. Be is the auxiliary verb. That's why the verb tread will be trodden. Number 5 will be trodden. So like that, all the examples we can do by observing is there any auxiliary verb or not. If there is auxiliary verb, then we can use here past participle. If we don't have any auxiliary verb, then we have to use here past tense. I think it is totally clear to all of you. Now I'm going to provide a new page, and you can see here many more verbs, and verbs are in 3 forms. Many more examples, many more verbs you can see here, and present tense, past tense, and past participle, these also we can call V1, V2, V3. Present tense we can call it in short V1. Past tense we can call it in V2, and past participle tense we can call it V3 in short. So we can say V1 means present tense, V2 means past tense, and V3 means past participle. Like that we can do all the verbs here. So you can see there's a list of many more verbs. You have to practice this. First one, you can see be, B-E-B. Be is the present form, and the past form is that what? Was, were, and the past participle is been. Be, was, were, been. You can practice all the verbs from this list. That will be very helpful for you.